And we are back, folks. Thank you very much for having the patience of a god there. We are moving into that, and I believe we do have the audio back, so thanks for sticking around. It has worked. I also put in a little tweak there to help with the FPS dropping. Please let me know if anything of that sort still persists. If you could do me a favor there, just let me know if you can actually hear that sweet, sweet Evolve music there. Alright, we are moving into our next match, so you haven't actually missed anything there. This is still the second match. Going for the dam right now. The dam being a very balanced map actually, so you've got your kind of a loop around, feeding route if you want to go for that. Starting off in the middle there. As we can see, some exciting news from Riptide here. Is he actually going for the behemoth? Are we going to see the Bob in action? Yes, we are. It is actually locked in here, so be excited for some Bob gameplay. So as you know, Bob has received some fixes in the later patches, so Evolve 2 Stage 2 did not have the same Bob as Legacy. There were some issues there, but if you have seen Riptide scrimming in the past, you know that he has taken a shine to that big old tank there. Behemoth being big and kind of immobile, but with a big old health pool and some damage to boot, so kind of a... think of him kind of as a melee mage there. Going for the burst damage, close up in big AoE fashion. Also, there might be some issues in the Legacy version with the stone wall, so we are probably not going to see that being skilled there. And I've just received information that we are going to see the best 3 out of 5. So it's going to be a bit of a longer session going on today there. As we see the Hunter team going for the good old damage comp there. Abe with his trusty shotgun being able to dole out quite the damage as well. Pronell, as last time, being able to pump up that damage with his 3. Might be acting as a second assault, and of course in any damage comp, Cabot can't be missed there with his damage amplifier. Also the much more traditional standard Val there. And Val will find the targets for those sniper shots, so they will come through and they will find their target and get more and more weak points on them. So Behemoth, you're a big old body there. Nice big target to hit there. But let's see if we can get to stage 2 fast to bolster that health pool. As you know, Behemoth and all monsters actually get a big refund on any taken damage. But on Behemoth, since it's percentage based, Bob will get a big boost to the received damage as well, so it's not uncommon to see some early engagement. But it seems like the sneaky plays have turned to make profit here. So Pringle's actually being lured away to a false lead there, but they've just noticed, so they will be going into the north here, as it seems, as Riptide successfully evades the Hunter team for a quick dome. So nice bit of evasion there. Already 3/4 full for that blue Evolve bar there. And interestingly, we will see a stage 1 engagement still here, as Mr. Doctor is being just torn apart and caught out there. If you haven't seen that, that was the tongue grab in action. And one more time, pulling that downed Hunter close there. Following up with the Fisher, the classic combo there. Can he finish up the captain? Seems like he's kind of sticking to the terrain there. And now going for blackout, so actually getting the support down can provide some big time boost as well here. So because Cabot provides a big boost of damage, so missing him will cost the Hunter's dearly here. As we see Pringle's just kind of being slapped around there, out of position, not being able to get to that blackout. Actually being grabbed here by the tongue and still trying for the res here, so the dome is still down, but who is really being trapped here? Riptide going hard on 2 bars of health left, so there you can see the damage comp actually doing work even without their captain. And Riptide has to choose a careful spot here, not getting down in the last few seconds there. Well done by Riptide, going for the quick engagement at stage 1 here. So actually we have not seen any Evo here, so styling on them, but it all was down to that first encounter at the 2-minute mark here. This is something interesting. So Mr. Doctor kind of caught out of position, being caught by that tongue grab and comboed out there. Nicely done. This one goes to Hippo. So we've seen two monster wins here, so that means USA 1, Hippo 1. Let's see what the team gets up to next. So the monster will one more time be able to decide which map will be played on. As we are indeed switching lobbies here to the other team. Yeah, if you didn't see the first journey, I was pumped to see some more Dylan and Riptide play, but you can't really just put all of the focus on the monster players. Archetype, let's talk about Archetype. Being able to evade those last hits there, almost dropping Dylan that last time. That's some nice work, so some nice roaching going on there. Anyone you see playing in this tournament basically has lots of experience under their belt. So it seems like we are going for Armory next. Nice little tech for that map. For the monsters, just move south. That's where you will be able to evolve quite quickly if you have some nice RNG and get those camps finished off nicely. Now, if you've ever read anything about the 1v4 nature of Evolve, you are probably aware that there are some challenges the developer team had to take into account. One of them was, how powerful do we make the monster? Obviously, one hunter against one monster usually doesn't fare that well. So what you will see is getting into the game, wondering why you are being pounded by the monster. In casual games, the monster will be generally stronger if they know what they're doing just a little bit. But going up the ladder there, maybe even the just taking the 2015 esport tournament into account as well, you will see the hunter team being able to, through some nice teamwork, to get the best of the hunter players. So I'd say it's pretty 50-50. We'll see what happens here. So Armory should be taken here. Starting location of the monster is in the north, and you'll want to be kind of in the middle of the map at 20 seconds when the wildlife starts to creep in. And as a hunter, especially as the trapper, you will want to take the hourglass shape of the map into account and use that to your advantage. Try to stick as closely as you can to that middle of the hourglass there. If you're not actively chasing the monster there. If you can provide any pressure. Of course, we're talking about very experienced monster players who will try to get the most out of their trip into the south before they need to head back through the bottleneck. there we go. So we had a larger than usual time going into the picks and bans. If you stick around later on for the stream to end, I will show you where we are on that front as well. So anybody who doesn't know, I've been hard at work for a solution for the pick and ban phase, although we are not quite finished. Just keep on being curious. So we're going for armory here. Let's see who will they be facing. We are going to see the first Meteor Goliath here from Dylan. So match 1, Goliath. Match 3, can't pick Goliath, going for Meteor Goliath. We're seeing some interesting choices on the 100 teams here. So we are seeing Hyde as a, not melee, but quite close ranged assault there. We are seeing Kyra as a nice bit of counterplay there for Meteor Goliath, since you are going to trade in your burst potential for that dot damage, with Hank providing nice support from the side with his shield generator. So I've just checked, and indeed this is the first time we are going to see this matchup, and indeed this composition at all. So quick feeding route here, feeding on those colonists first, and then going straight into the next camp there, going for the striders once, using your feeding reach as well. And like I said, moving into the north, I don't think I'm really talking about any sort of secrets here. Actually going for the Dune Beetle quite quick here. Going for the big meal, so you can only really do that if you have already fed on anything else, and Dylan is wise of that as well. Comboing down the Dune Beetle, getting a nice big snack there. And as usual, we are going to see movement speed on Dylan there, but there's some sneaky plays going on here, so we don't really have time to show you all the perks, but we are going to see Archetype kind of getting out of position there and nicely separated from the group by Dylan here, so nice use of that charge mechanic there. Nicely done, and then fleeing into a K-flag structure, so cutting off Hank from using orbital drill, orbital barrage there. Going in for the stage 1 engagement one more time here, not really giving the hunters any time to breathe, and Archetype might actually be going down here, being saved at the last second by that Hank. And Dylan knows better than to wait around here, just feeding up one more time, picking his blows here, so nicely done, just feeding each other out. Both teams already at full health again, and armor as well. So we were talking about the perks here, so jetpack, recharge for that Hyde. As I've said, it's important for Hyde to get in close with that flamethrower. Yes, your minigun will enable you to keep your distance, but you want to get close. You want to take the heat to that Meteor Goliath. Probably the reason why. Also, pretty much standard issue there for Kyra. Faster reload. People will die in your reload animation if you don't. And we're going to see the first Evo here, and points being placed into Rock Throw and Leap Smash, as is so often the case here. While we see Riptide getting caught on some wildlife there, so nice big chunk of damage on him already. if that gets spotted by Dylan here, there might be some ramifications, but it didn't seem right away. Archetype just spotting out the monster there. We will see some sneaky plays here one more time. Archetype just getting right, hiding on the brush. Very well done, as you usually do in any kind of game, I would assume. Just hit and run tactics here from Dylan, but not quite enough to get away from the dome here. So we are going to see the first dome of this game at 4 minutes. That's quite late after the first Evo, and all fed up one more time here. Dylan going for the high-rise rocks there, trying to separate the team members a little bit, and going for Hell Eagle right away here. A nice shielding going on by Hank, but Hank, now being the target, gets some heat himself, so no longer being able to shield any damage when you are the focus here. That orbital barrage will not find its target, and Stormships might just be getting down here, and indeed the first in-cap traded for nothing but armor here. So the dome is still up. Hell Eagle might join the support here, and indeed laying just next to Storm Surge here, as we are seeing the Assault getting some real damage on Meteor Goliath, but probably not enough to save his teammates. So we will probably see them bleed out here. So nice bit of work on that team. Indeed, Assault going down as well. Trapper on the run. Where are we going, Trapper? Riptide going through, has quite some 80 and a few meters here, but still inside smell range. Can he evade for a minute here? Let's go into chase cam. Nice use of those stasis grenades. Not really probably using anything else. But Dylan, not one to get himself off the leash that easily, actually gets him down and takes one for the team. Nicely done there, Team USA. Going for the second point here, so 2-1. Nice work there. So we will see one more time Hippos going for the monster there. And I can't find any other words than dominating presence as it comes to Dylan here. Very well done. First contact at about 4 minutes, so after a bit of a jabbing match beforehand. Nicely done. So the teams have decided to go to game 5 if needs be. So, but one thing we didn't really have a chance to talk about there in the that last match. As usual, as is common knowledge by this point, you want to go for capacity on Hank, as we saw there. Being able to use that ammunition on your shield generator. As I said, next up we will be seeing probably Riptide going one more time for the monster there. And there comes the invite, so let's see what they are facing against. Indeed, as suspected, Riptide filling in for the monster one more time. And we are seeing Pringles, Blackout and Rutabaga one more time facing off against the monster, and we will see who else on the fourth one here. So teams are just now in the pick and ban phase. And we are one more time seeing Wraith Trap being picked here. Not at all too bad for the monster team here. Excuse me. And we are going. So we are going to see Mr. Doctor as well joining the team here. One more change I would have liked to mention there. To the tournament structure, teams are no longer required to have 5 team members. You can have 4, one of which will be filling in for the monster player. And you can still make use of any stand-ins there. We are going to see Pringles going for the medic there. Crow already taken by Rutabaga, followed up by Slim, as it seems like. And quickly followed by Hank and Parnell. But who's the monster there? Who is going to be up against that composition there? Hank, fan favorite, of course. With probably a banned Sunny, as I would imagine. First Crow game here. So Wraith Trap, being kind of circular as it is, will be a tough ask for Gobi to find out everything. And we are going to see the first Goliath out of Riptide here. And the teams are locked in, so we are going to see Blackout on that Parnell one more time. Seeing some resurgent of swords, we are going to see the third Parnell today here. And the first Slim, so excited for some offensive medic usage here. Of course, Riptide, not one to slouch around, is going to take to the south. To the southwest to be quite specific here, and bad luck on that camp, not being able to get both of them right away. Scaring some birds here, so as the dropship landed, the hunters are already on their way. As we can see, the hunter is leaving the base at the middle here, so where the wraith is kept in that titular map. You're going to see them split up probably around that rock. But will it be too late to stop Riptide going north here? So let's change into that through the wall kind of view here. And we're seeing actually reducing incoming damage from Pringles here. So nice bit of a change of pace there in terms of perks. And we're seeing the first dome here, so that was quite fast. Riptide already ready to evolve, but hadn't really found a place to do so. Not being able to take to the first quick evo here, trying to mitigate as much damage as possible, looping around that pillar there. But the team is doing nice work on that armor here, so we are going to see Trapper being focused here, as is usually the case if you're trying to get a dome down as soon as possible. Nice prediction here from Hank, so Mr. Doctor doing great work on that orbital barrage, but not being able to hit there. We are going to hear Crow call out that the dome will be dropped soon here, so Riptide just waiting for that moment, and there we go, using all of those traversals at the drop off ahead. Also the leap slam, and probably charge coming in here in just a second. And we're seeing not a trait, but actual damage being done to the monster here. Moving to just shy of 1 health bar as we see the first evolve here, but we're going to see Rutabaga being very, very close here. Can he actually stop the monster from doing anything significant here? There we go. We are not going to see that stasis shot hit there, and that would have been key to get some more chase damage on there. Happy Feet coming out from Riptide as he moves into the southeast corner of the map here. Trying to heal up, trying to get to that third stage as soon as possible, I would assume. But will he be cut off by the assault there? Blackout just moving around the map there, but will he actually be caught out? Nice bit of evasion there. This time, not using his skin for advantage, but just the game mechanics. Nicely done, evading that ambush attempt there by the assault. There's quite a bit to say about that. Trying to find your monster there. That was a tough spot to be in for both players. So nicely done by Riphead. Knowing exactly what you want, not going for the ambush, not going for the sneak attack, with the amount of damage potential that a aware player might have here. So Rutabaga actually being caught out here. Will he die trying to dome the monster? Yes indeed, just getting a stasis shot off here, but it's not going to be enough to save his life here, so that wasn't really worth it. Riptide getting his leg up. And actually going one more time in here, not being able to back up much further. Downing nothing but the tree with that rock throw. And going for an escape here, I would assume. Dome is down, so Riptide knows as well. He can take all the time he wants before fleeing, but deciding on not trading any more than he has to, and going to that northeast corner of the map for the first time here. Joining those birds in a beach meal there. doubling back again, so one more time. Will Blackout get ambushed this time? Yes, indeed. But positioning himself well in on that edge there, preventing any more sneak attack damage there, so nicely done. Ambush not quite working out as intended by Riptide, I would assume. Cornering Pringles there, nice attempt there, but as you know, Slim, you will have some problems getting him down. Now you can't hide forever, Riptide, in that you are still being followed there, being trapped by Gobi. That is one huge advantage you have with an actual trapper on your side there. Being able to get that green outline, as you are going to see Riptide running from the wildlife as well as from the hunters there. Tough spot to be on. Nice hit here from Blackout there. Getting him out of position. Also Rutabaga getting a bit too frisky there, having to be shielded. Almost getting the second down on Rutabaga there. But we are going to see Riptide licking his wounds there from that engagement. After that nice ambush on the trapper. Not being able to capitalize on it though. Going for the Evo here, and it seems like he has all the time in the world. We are going to see... Look at the map here. Hunter's not backing up to the power relay yet though. But we can see some communication going on there, so we are going to see the Hunter team doubling back as well. Going for that defensive mode. So we are going to have a quick showdown here. So we are going to see Rutabaga with one in cap. Riptide looking still not exactly fresh, with 4.5 health bars missing, but up on armor, up on time as well, so Riptide can pick and choose how long he is going to stay in the battle if he can get another quick incap on that trapper. Able to stretch out that time, and yes, indeed, going for Rutabaga first here. So one more time, looking for that freedom to disengage, but getting a good hit on Pringles as well, and getting the medic down will provide for some nice advantage in the future there. That Wraith Trap though, being used as an infinite loop for the Hunter team there. Riptide not able to really get a killing shot on here. So we're going to see Rutabaga going low, but is it going to be enough for Riptide here, who is constantly dropping health there? You can really feel that damage coming in, even from the medic, who is going to be shielded one more time, but still already going down here. Just in time. As we are seeing Hank now getting hit big here, so nice bit of dot damage as well. Excuse the frame drop. So we are going back in here. So we are seeing, taking stock here, Blackout being downed here at the least opportune time here. Dome is still down. Rutabaga is still up. So and just clutching it here for Riptide. Nice bit of drama at the end there. Nicely done. Tight game there. again going to the monster, but can it get any closer to that bottom line there? Riptide with like 1 HP left, clinching out the victory there. Now we are quickly jumping out of the game to restart here, since we are once again having OBS issues. I do apologize, and I hope I can switch to a more reliable streaming service at some point in the future. So as we are waiting for the game to come back, Rifttrap very much lending itself to the monster here, so it's just a big contribution from everyone in the team there. We are going to see where the team takes it in the next round here, so we are jumping into the next game as well. Just waiting for that invite. And we are looking at an even score here. Every single monster match has been indeed decided by the monster there. But just looking at scores, you would not be able to see how close that last one was. And we're seeing 2 points on either side here. So this will be the deciding match between Team Hippo and Team USA. I don't think I've promised too much. Looking back here, professional level players on either side there, with lots of time under the belt, dueling it out to the best of their abilities, which is to say to a top-notch level there. So next up we are going to see Dylan, probably. It would absolutely shock me if there was anybody else in the role of the monster for Team USA, squaring up against Hell Eagle, Riptide, Archetype and Storm Surge one more time. As we are waiting for the Steam invite to come in here. Alright, so the teams have decided on a lobby there. Probably a lot of discussion coming in the wake of that last match, being so very close. And for the first time today, we are going to see Distillery chosen as a map here. Of course, notorious for its caves there. So, just looking forward here. I don't think we will be seeing any Hanks there, but I might be wrong. There has been quite some surprises coming our way. Now, looking at the past choices made there, Dylan went for Goliath first, and in his second match went for Meteor Goliath. So I'm pumped to see what he is going to take next year. Going to see that in a little second there, as we are starting the pick and bang and loading up that distillery. Pump for the last match there. It's 2-2. Match ball for Team USA here. Dylan, can he clinch a victory one more time? We've been seeing monster wins all day today. Will there be a change up here? So Dylan going for that Meteor Goliath one more time here. Interesting comp one more time, so we are actually going to see a Hank here, Tech Sergeant Hank. Rogue Val, Wasteland Maggie on Riptide, Parnell for Archetype. Storm Surge going for another Hunter here. Everyone else pretty much sticking to their guns here. We've seen Rogue Val in that first match already from Hell Eagle. Riptide known for his Wasteland Maggie as well. And Archetype picking Parnell every chance he gets in those matches before. Haven't really seen Tech Sergeant Hank before. If you know Hank, you know that his shield charger will be able to kind of get you to safety no matter how much damage you take from any one hit. Tech Sergeant Hank on the other side will be able to shield you before the engagement actually happens there. And we are going into the match. So we will be seeing if Distillery will be the place of annihilation here for the monster, or if Dylan can pick up another win here. Another notch on that board. As we see him going for that first camp there, being the second and the second camp being the Blitz Lepers there. Actually going for an increased damage output here. Maybe we are seeing some sneaky plays until stage 3 where the damage is highest anyways, and that percentage will go up even more. We will see how that actually plays out. Movement speed on 3 hunters this time around. Assault, Medic, and indeed Riptide. Maybe looking to end things quickly here. Easier said than done, even though Riptide managed to loop around that rock there. And there's not many directions to escape from here. Indeed, being stuck against a tree in the hard place here, as the pressure is building up here. Archetype just around the corner here, sneaking up on that cliff. No line of sight has been established yet. It seems like we were seeing some interruptions from the wildlife here, which will pull Dylan out of hiding. Archetype managing to get those first shots up, but no dome to be seen here. Riptide still a few meters away, and Archetype getting a bit of a trade in here. Half the armor is already gone. Archetype already being healed up to full here, as we see Dylan skirting around the edges of the map here, just before the immortal guns get ya. Getting some nice distance in though. We're still seeing the hunters trying to cut out some of the distance by just moving west, and we might see another dome here shortly. You can see the trapper just going in parallel very nicely here. We're going to see line of sight established here for every single hunter there. This is a difficult decision to make. Do you drop the dome right here and right now? Yes, you do. With those pillars up, and Hank kind of having an itchy trigger finger here, not being able to put any kind of amount of pressure on that. Maybe just a positional play, trying to get that monster out of hiding as quickly as possible. Riptide being set aflame here, but managing to escape beyond that pillar, and nice bit of decision making here coming from Dylan, not choosing to pick up a fight around that god pillar there. Not really a god pillar, but very nice situated pillar there, roaching pillar. Instead going for more mitigational strategies here. Behind a pillar of his own, being caught by another trap there. And the armor is indeed stripped away here, but no damage has been dealt so far. Dylan being able to sneak until the harpoon trap hits ya. Nice bit of mitigation here. So stage 1, not really much damage done on either side. This benefiting absolutely the monster here. Trying to get some chase damage in here. Not shooting though, as you should. You shouldn't get that adrenaline up. Just trying to stop them feeding. That's all you're trying to do here. Dylan, of course, not really looking to provide any damage at all. Just stopping the chase and the pinging. As we're going to see the first Evo here. And the assault closely behind, actually providing line of sight. Will this be enough? Architect taking a huge hit from wildlife, popping that shield because he's low on health already, popping that super soldier to not only get in close but providing more and more damage. We're going to see 1 bar of health already missing there, trying to run out the hunters here. Stage 2 is a lot more powerful, but will be enough to get a leg up here. Probably just moving away to heal up one more time. Indeed, that's what we are going to see. Also in the last few engagements we could see Tech Sergeant Tank doing some nice work, shielding the whole team before they went in there. Almost like we are seeing now, so seems like the Tech Hank pick has paid off there. Despite the cave restrictions not really coming into play here. Instead, the laser coming out from Storm Surge, who is taking a beating, but managing to get the Goliath out from under him there. I mean, if you're going to have a big FF laser, might as well use it to get that Meteor Goliath off your tail there. And we're going to see the first down here being traded for 2 bars of health. So not quite sure who's favored here, but Riptide giving in to the damage, being in-capped here. So 2 in-cap for 3.5 bars of health. Huge damage coming in from both sides. Nice maneuvering around that pillar though, for both sides as well. Arctike not letting up here, but it seems like he's just providing more adrenaline for the monster. Also just stopping any feeding attempts there. And Storm Surge being focused nicely here by a drive-by Goliath. Not the nicest drive-by you want to see there. Nice bit of evasion though through that waterfall and that pool of water, where you can go through as a monster very fine, but don't really want to as a monster. Will it be enough though to escape there? If he can loop around on the left side here, as you can see on the map, he will be able to escape farther off into the distance. But we've got Hell Eagle actually moving around the other side here. So nice pincer move here. Archetype getting too frisky though, getting damaged by all abilities here except for the charge maneuver. Already healed to full though, as Hell Eagle is close by. Nicely done. And nothing else remains really for Dylan except to try out. Oof, that's a clutch dome coming in here from Riptide. Line of sight was just provided for a couple of seconds and he had to go for it, knowing that the monster won't be at full armor here. Nice laser coming in as well. First time that has done any significant damage to the armor, and it seems like it is still going to continue. Some very nice positioning there by Storm Surge, getting off that laser there. Riptide evading a rock, which will neuter the monster's damage output here. And will we see a drop monster in the future? Let's see. We've got only 4.5 bars of health remaining here. Some big wildlife though doing work on the hunters as well, so Storm Surge will be going down here for the second time. No Tech Sergeant Hank, so no shielding to be seen there. And Dylan is free to go. He managed to get a clutch down on the support there, surprisingly, just around the corner, and we're actually at the 10-minute mark. No stage 3 yet to be seen here. This will be a close match to the end, as it seems like. So stage 3 just coming in here, moving not exactly far from the hunters, and we can see some Evo damage coming in here. But since that was the rocket launcher, it hasn't been enough to really do enough damage to break that armor. Still nicely done, just seeing where Dylan is, stopping him from feeding. But will they be too close here? Archetype being pushed away nicely here. You could see Dylan jumping behind him, turning around, putting him farther away from the rest of the team, who has caught up now. So Archetype getting another big hit in here, not able to dodge anything there, almost getting down, indeed getting down here. Dylan even managed to get through that laser, taking a big chunk of damage to his armor, which drops his armor completely there. Now focusing the medic, who has gone to half health there. But monster is getting out of range one more time. Dome being dropped already. So second in cap on that Storm Surge there. Also one in cap on the Assault will neuter his damage output if he ever gets down quite quickly there. Dome is not available, keep this in mind, so Dylan is free to choose and pick his battles here. Going instead though for more feeding, I would assume. He has all the time in the world. Going into that north, the Hunter team can't really follow there. Needing to stick by that power relay to make sure that objective stays clear of any rogue Dylans, or are the Meteor Goliaths there. Sup, Nickel? That's for you to join. And we are moving into the 12.5-minute mark here. I hope this won't end in a timeout for the monster here. Dylan will have to go for an engagement, possibly the last one. As we see Storm Surge reconnect here, luckily. It would be a shame to have to restart the game for it coming down to disconnect. And we are going to see the last 2 minutes being broken in here, and we are going to see one more engagement this time. Very much picked by Dylan. Make this rock count, and it not getting in, but managing to get the medic on the ground here. The dome is being dropped actually by the trapper here, as to not trap the medic. And who's actually going down here? Archetype having some problems himself, being shielded by his 4 ability here. But this is looking grim for the Hunter team here. Will it be enough though? Dylan very much being able to wipe the whole team in 1 minute and 30 seconds here until the dropship timer arrives. This will be the last engagement, however you want to see it or not. Daisy still going strong though, still shielded completely, and you know what Daisy can do. Although you can see her not being fast enough to get to those now corpses in time. Support doing great work from a distance there, but being set on fire won't help your health in any way. Actually dying from his in-cap wounds. Possibly a bad desync going on, possibly a bad disconnect there, as we see Daisy getting mauled there. So hopefully the Storm Surge wasn't disconnected for a long time, so we don't have to rematch, but we might be seeing that. We will have to look at the organizers for a decision. As we see Riptide running for his life there. 14 seconds, buddy. Can you actually make it? We are seeing a sneak attack not actually landing here, and the skyrocket won't land either. Will Riptide trap and roach his way to victory, indeed buying enough time for the rest of the team to come in here, so it's still everything to gain here. Riptide still evading. Jesus Christ, that's some happy feet going on there, but now actually getting downed here for the first time, I might say. So Riptide doing great work with that invasion, but being just beaten to a pulp there. And Dylan, not one to raid around on the landing spot, is going to retreat for a second, healing up one more time, knowing that that 10% damage perk will stack well into the late game there. Looking peachy on half health, probably looking at a full armor bar for that next engagement there, which will still have to follow quite soon there, as we are moving into 1 minute 30 on that round timer. Skyrocket coming in, just missing Hell Eagle. as we're seeing 2 incaps on 2 hunters here respectively and 1 on the medic. Can they be shielded enough so they won't die here? Hank forced to drop that laser on himself. Not enough to keep the Meteor Goliath away here. Archetype doing the best he can with the shield he's got as well. Doing some nice damage. 3 bars of armor already gone, but that dot damage keeps on ticking even though you are behind that corner. And we are going to see the Hell Eagle just being focused here. Switching focus now to Archetype 4. And will Parnell be in a position to be healed enough? It seems like Hell Eagle might just manage that. But needing to pop his 4 means no more passive healing for that assault. And still doing nice work here, even though they are just 2 hunters here. But being at a bad spot here means having the wall to your back there. Moving outside the map won't help you though. Archetype just going down here as the last dropship comes in. Clutch here. I don't even know what to say. So we are looking at a round timer for 120 here. That dropship timer just ticking down and managing to save that hunter team. Nice bit of rock throwing just in the middle of the on the drop here. Daisy being downed as soon as she hits that floor. We are going to see a dome, but I'm not quite sure if Dylan actually wants to leave that area anyways. Juking around that pillar in the middle of the map. Nicely done, but Riptide will be going down. Happy Feet no longer doing his Elvis Costello impressions here, so Hell Eagle being the medic will be focused next here, healing up one more time with his 4, but not able to withstand that much damage. So this is a classic maneuver. We are seeing the using the damage reduction perk here from the support, just moving away, but we are seeing the power relay taking damage constantly here. So Storm Surge needs to be able to get into position to stop Dylan from destroying the power relay. As you can see, dropship timer is getting down here, and nice usage of that laser, although we can see it just missing that mark. Nice try, but it will seem like there's going to be an objective win here. Dylan posing for the friends here, posing for the fans, going in for the true victory against Storm Surge. Well done. Nicely done here. Not going for the objective until the end, just forcing Storm Surge's hand there. Nicely done. So we are going to see 3 points for Team USA taking the victory here over Team Hippopotamus. Well done, Dylan. One more time, seeing monster wins all around there. Nicely done. So well done on Dylan's part, baiting out the support with that objective. Beating down on that power relay, not actually finishing it though. And going for that true victory, beating Storm Surge down there. So, just for your information, even though that was the final match, I'm just clarifying if there will be a rematch due to DC, but I think the amount of time that disconnect was going on won't be enough to warrant a rematch. Though we are going to see a 6th match. So stick around for a fun match right now. This is not, to reiterate, this is not going to be a rematch, but see it just like a bonus episode of your favorite matches here. We are going to see Team Hippo going for the monster for the 3rd time now. So switching things around one more time. Giving Riptide another chance at possibly the Bob. We will see. So, one more time, well done for Team USA there, clutching that victory in that 2nd match as well. So, very well done on Dylan's part there. But the team is running hot here. Both teams on either side running hot, warmed up and ready to go once more for a friendly match here. Which is, I mean, it's just a joy to watch those two teams getting at it. Even if it is just a fun bout. Those are rare to see nowadays. Getting some high level play in. Just like in the old times. Waiting for the match to continue, and I seem to have unwittingly went for a lie there. Dylan going in for the monster one more time, so we are going to see a rematch of sorts here. And we are going to see a locked in Kala there by Archetype. I'm hyped to see this. And we are going to follow that Kala from start to finish, I would assume. I am ready for some title update 8 shenanigans there. And yes, this is the first Kala we can see. Not only today, but also last time. We saw some Kala plays from Riptide last time in the scrims going on there. Of course, if you don't know her, I don't blame you. She isn't the strongest she isn't as strong as she was in stage 2. Kala is known for combining kind of the tech of the monsters she has been tasked to research. So we've got the armor shredding based on Goliath's high armor, as Dylan is being ambushed by that snapping turtle there. Croc coming in hot here. We are going to see her basic attack being kind of stolen from Kraken's Banshee mines. And on the other hand, as you all know, the portals. And we are seeing the first portal going down there. Of course, using Wraith teleportation technology there. Ooh. And we are seeing some issues there. Sorry for that, folks. Might have been another disconnect there. I think it's all fair to just go back in that at that point, and we seem to have lost a player here. We're going to see how that happened. Maybe how we are going to deal with this in a second here. So Hell Eagle is indeed back. Don't know if he was the one to drop or if it was Storm Surge. But both are back now anyways. So my guess would be there will be the same picks one more time. Now, we've almost seen some nice Kala plays. In the past. The problem though with those portals is they are just deployables, so they will be destroyed by a strong breeze. Whenever that monster turns its back, and the strong breeze might follow. However you might want to take that. The portals will go down, and that's what makes it so frustrating to play as a Kala. But let's see how high Archetype's frustration tolerance might be there. As we are indeed seeing the same composition one more time here. Experimental, shall we say. So we are seeing a 3 top picks, by the way. So let's not slouch on that composition there. We've got Storm Surge on the Parnell. Very high damage ceiling, as I've said. If you land your shots during the Super Soldier Serum, you will be able to deal out all that damage, and we are going to see an additional set of style points being doled out here by the whole team, just healing all those hit points per second here. 30 hit points per second. That is just unbeatable. I don't know how the top speed Dylan will be able to beat them here. Pretty lopsided, if I do say so myself. So, are we going to see some secret tech going on here? As the first and second portal is being placed here. Yep, indeed, trying to get a good positioning going on here. As we are going to see Dylan being sighted here. We are going to see Riptide taking a beating from afar here, as we are sitting on the brush. Riptide, this is not League of Legends, so you can't really stealth inside there. But we will see some sneaky plays here. Ooh, that was some dunking right there. So let's go back into the fight from Dylan here. Taking a beating to that medic. Hell Eagle, might he go down as well? Forced to heal himself here. Already down to a quarter of the health here. Stopped from roaching as well. Being forced to heal one more time. As Riptide is actually being picked up there. That's what you're trying to see here. Stacking those Banshee mines on a different spot might have saved you there, Kala. I've seen what you've been trying to do. Riptide going for that range advantage there. Trying to get some nice stage 1 still damage in here. But without a medic inside. This is a risky undertaking there. You're going to see Dylan just feasting on some more. And yes, as I said, just breathing heavily on that portal will be enough to take it down. And we are going to see what Archetype will be up here, positioning himself nicely on top of that monster. Of course, if you know the Kraken Banshee mines will follow the target, although they are not very smart, so they will collide with terrain there. As we are seeing another portal going down there. And a stage 2 monster there. Archetype getting hit up badly here. Just jumping up as you are wont to do. Stealthing though won't save you here. As Storm Surge is being pounded here, forced to take his shield as well. That dot will provide difficult to get rid of, as will be a rock coming at your face. I'm down. Kala will be finished off here, as it seems like. So also eating that corpse as well. Doing probably much of the same with Storm Surge here. Not being able to actually eat that corpse, but alright. Riptide providing some post-mortem defense here. Ooh, but that crunch means no more walking for you, buddy. So only the medic's being left here, positioning himself though in a tight spot here. Ooh, but being hit to another level here. Dylan trying to get the style points in here with his Skyrock, but no avail. Nice bit of roaching going on here, so if ever you want to try to do this yourself, get yourself an invincible tree. Oof. But don't try to wander off too far, as you are going to be beaten down one more time. Hell Eagle still hanging on there by a thread, healing whatever he can, but still losing in the end. As always, nicely done by Dylan here, actually taking his time there at the end, but I think the real MVP here being Kala. Archetype, thank you very much for showing that. Man after my own heart. Right, so you've managed to see the fun match as well. We are going to just wait 1 second here if the teams decide on one more. But indeed, we seem to be seeing the players actually leaving that this lobby right now. But don't leave just yet. We have USA playing Hippo right now, so we are going to see Riptide taking up the mantle of the monster one more time here in another post-match game here. So, just waiting for that invite. There it comes. By the way, shout out to Riptide here. Dropping all of those invites into my mailbox there. So, I wanted to just mention one thing. All of... basically... like half of the players you've seen today are also streaming themselves. Sometimes, at times, they are just moving into scrims. So if you drop them a follow, for example, Pringles, streaming right now, opening himself up for some stream sniping. Nah, JK. You're a good buddy. Just drop them a follow. They're good guys. And they are open to be seen playing this sweet game we are still watching in 2021, almost 2022. In about a month and a few days. Proving the haters wrong. We are going to see actually Hell Eagle going in here as Bob the Behemoth, squaring up against Rutabaga, Mr. Doctor, Pringles and Blackout. As I've said, Pringles is streaming himself right now, so you can double stream if you want to. Just open up another tab, mute one, although it will be taken as an offense if you mute me. No. You're free in your decisions, of course, but we will be seeing the first Linux coming out here from Blackout, as it seems like. Combining nicely with the damage output that Cabot supports as well. Pringles going for the medic here. And that only leaves Rutabaga for his Trapper class. And this is a damage comp if I've ever seen one. Although it bears repeating that weak points are a very interesting part of the game. Weak points are not able to being hit by rocket launchers, or in this case, plasma lances. Still, it will be nice to see some damage increase for that ape here. And that damage amplification by Mr. Doctor, so by Cabot, will be greatly appreciated by the whole team. Let's see what we are going with here. So we are going to see increased jump height actually by the support. And only one movement speed increase by Rutabaga. One more time, Hell Eagle going for that damage output. So even though this is a friendly match, quote unquote, trying to go for the throat. Also going for that magma skin if it seems like it. Yeah, there we go. Looking great, buddy. I've kind of gotten used to that whole gold aesthetic Riptide usually brings with his Bob. But you're doing good, Hell Eagle. Anyways, back into the game. We have established line of sight with the monster already here. Not quite ready to evolve to stage 2 here. Instead, we are going to see Rutabaga just coming down that that corridor there, and we are going to see the first dome, not exactly chosen by Bob here. That engagement will cost him probably if the team can stay in position, but instead Rutabaga one more time getting caught out here. Nice comboing going on. If you're going to be hit by a tongue, better be prepared to die if the rest of the combo actually hits. So we are seeing one in-cap already, but the armor is being dropped here. Blackout, though, getting hit up big here. Mr. Doctor being pulled in as well. That's one by one. So we are going to see stage 1, 3 downed monsters there. Pringles now following probably quite closely there. Mr. Doctor just being revived at that last second there. Will there be a comeuppance? Oh, some nice aiming there by Bob in that in the background there. Although Cabot is now able to be sniffed out again. Trying to get up that hill, not able to, and now we see that big lava bomb. And another 1-2 punch there. Nice one by Bob. Stage 1 victory here. That Lennox not able to get enough punches on that monster. And also there you can see some differences in the comps as well. So obviously it would have been a different sort of thing if you'd have a Hank, for example. You would need to play more defensively, but being able to shield a large portion of that burst damage and proccing those long cooldown times might just save your teammate's life there. For example, but as I said, everyone's playing just have fun here. In the end, after those tournament matches. And they will continue doing so as long as everybody has time here. I very much appreciate this, by the way. Even though you're working up to a tournament match, still being able to bring your best in those fun matches at the end here. Nicely done. We're going to see another game here, as it looks like. Yep, we actually see a dropping team member here, so I think that was either a Hell Eagle or Pringles actually. Yeah, seems like Pringles has stopped his gaming here. And I'm just trying to get confirmation on what is going to happen here. So we are going to see one more player. Yes, one more time, Riptide going in. For the invite. And again, I lied to you earlier, Pringles is still very much alive here. And not only is he being alive, he is playing Evolve. So we are going to see Pringles next to Hell Eagle, Storm Surge, Riptide, and Archetype. And as you can see with this with the clan tag as well, Pringles is part of the Team USA, so we will be seeing Pringles as monster here, if I am not mistaken. And we are going back to that armory. And we are going to see the first Griffin and Torvald of the evening here. Second Slim, and I can't count anymore, Hank. New composition though. Hank Slim combo can bring the pain, and also going to get a new monster in here, Kraken, for Pringles here. Nice bit of variety coming in here, appreciate it guys. Kraken of course plays much differently than those ground-bound monsters you've seen so far. Being able to take to the sky with his traversals, flying around the map. We will see if Archetype can hit those mortar shots. It's not the easiest thing in the world. So if you can do that, you will damage that small armor pool from the Kraken quite nicely. We're going to see one more time a different perk for the monster here. Traversal Stamina Recharge. We haven't seen this before, so it makes sense for Kraken to change things up a little bit here, trying to stay afloat as much as possible. But we are going to see capacity actually for 3 of the 4 hunters, and a standard sort of perk for Riptide here, going for the nasty harpoons readout speed there. Finally attracting some harpies here, giving those hunters a leg up on the hunt there. First sound spike being positioned just at the start of that middle section there, so that hourglass section coming in nicely there in favor of the hunters. Though will Pringles actually be able to sneak by them? Might just be if that wildlife won't give him away there. No scouts to be seen there, but this is what I meant, by the way. So we are doing this, seeing this nicely. The Trapper moving back into that bottleneck there, trying to get as much coverage with a possible dome as possible. Almost getting down here though. Almost getting down here, just being saved by a Hank, but now actually going down. Just being out of sight for a little bit will be enough here. So nice positioning, but being caught out here because you're too far off from the team. Enabled though by the sneaky plays from Pringles here, so nicely done. Archetype now getting hit up big here. Slim not being able to land those hits to get his cooldown down enough to heal him up quickly to continue the chase. And that means we are going to see a stage 2 Kraken here. Much more deadly. We are going to see One more skill point put into that lightning strike, but also Aftershock, the most damaging ability that requires you to get close and personal, but dropping in there with a Kraken isn't much of a problem if you are utilizing your positioning correctly. Now that one missed, so huge damage potential going out of the window here for Pringles. We're going to see if the death of Riptide will be to the detriment of the hunters. Definitely no dome to be seen here. Nothing to stop Pringles getting away here and getting some nice retreating damage in here as well. Nicely done. Getting that fadeaway lightning strike ready. Provided some big damage again. Going for the next camp here. Nice hit on 3 Striders, providing just enough food to get yourself to full armor here. Being hit a little bit, being stopped feeding, though that won't matter enough if this is an actual engagement. So this is an interesting situation here. If the hunters can keep the Kraken in line here, and the Trapper can dome the Kraken anytime soon now, basically, they can get some real damage in if Hippo Storm Surge isn't dying here. Riptide just coming on here. Just unfortunate here. Dropping the dome, though being hit up very big here. So indeed what you want to see as a Trapper, but with much lower health here. Storm Surge being down here. Kraken not being able to escape this dome for the time being, though Riptide is not looking all too healthy. Not probably getting any better here without the help of the medic who's trying to get a revive there. But not if Pringles has anything to say about it. Probably going in here for the kill without any medic being available here. Hell Eagle almost going down. Riptide not looking great himself, and being charged here one more time. The support though is still alive. I spoke too soon. The support is just being downed here, so no sneaky stealth plays here. And Archetype will be following shortly here to solidify another victory for the monster. Once again, we could see some nice evasion going on there. Riptide, though, being caught off guard at the start there, not being able to provide any sort of crowd control, not being able to dome or harpoon the monster there, provided lethal damage on him early. And the whole team not being able to follow up with any kind of consequence there. That chain of events very much leading up to another monster victory. So we are moving into the last stretch of the stream here. As you know, the tournament matches are already over, so this might be it soon for me as well. If there is going to be one more match here, one more fun match, I will be hosting it again. If not though, I will be heading to the door quite shortly here. We will see how things goes. But I do think we will see one more bonus match here. With the same squad as well, so either they will be Sticking to their guns, sticking to their roles. Sticking to the teams as well. Pringle's the only USA team member there. Probably though just some post-match discussion going on there. And indeed, we are seeing some rotations going on here. So Riptide going for that monster there. We will see how well Pringles can fit himself inside that hippo team there. And this will be the last match for the evening here. Let's see if the teams can get their A game one more time. Oh boy, they might just do so. We're going to see some of the old guard here. Lazarus, the first one this evening, and Bucket coming in here hot for Hell Eagle. And the first Wraith, so we are going to see the Golden Wraith again. Bling bling going on for Riptide here. So Bucket being able to shred additional damage here will be key to the death of the Wraith here. Otherwise, from the Wraith perspective, it will be important to keep Lazarus away from the dead bodies. Keep him from rezzing anyone without strikes. And making sure that Lazarus's poor healing ability will be the downfall of the Hunter team here. And we are just loading in here. Let's see what the teams brought to this occasion here. So we're going to see twice regeneration here, and an even split between regeneration and movement speed. But we are going to see a perk we haven't seen all week. This is going to be a cooldown reduction perk here, so abilities recharge 20% faster here. So talking about why Riptide went for this. Probably just going for those damage increases that follow a supernova, a warp blast, and obviously an abduction here. Going for it early, not quite making the connection though. Losing even a bit of health here, so Crow being on point here, nicely done. And indeed we are going to see Pringles establishing line of sight, popping that super soldier as well. Will he make contact with that Doom Beetle though? Let's see. No, actually going left to that pillar, not right to that pillar, so no amount of Doom Beetling on that right side will slow him down. Instead he is going to put on the herd for that Wraith there. Getting in some nice chase damage there. As we actually see Riptide going for the abduction one more time there. Nice snipe attempt there. Almost got it as well. I think he got Gobi, but the game isn't really programmed to provide any information on how the Hawk died. Actually getting a grab off on that Storm Surge Lazarus. This is a big one. Nice positioning here. Another grab. So almost downed the Lazarus. Actually downed that Lazarus even though the cloak was on. So as you know, the even though if your camera model, your character model isn't visible, your flames and footprints are still visible. So he's being picked up here, so a dead Lazarus won't occur, only an incapped one. We are going to see a very low but not downed archetype, as we see the 4 health bars, health chunks here of the Wraith taking a beating. Riptide has to move away here, teleport out of the way. Maybe getting a little greedy here, so sniffing out that Storm Surge one more time. Get another abduction here, so well done. Can he get another down on that Lazarus? That would be huge. Trying to get him here. Actually manages to snatch him in stealth. Will he be able to burst him down? No supernova as of yet. So this down will be some sort of legendary mistake here by Lazarus indeed. 1.5 bars of health, though just remaining almost just 1 bar of health now. So Riptide has to get out of there. Although those 2 downs, 2 incaps will provide quite useful in the future here. Big trades coming on. Actually seeing an Evolve here, so other than the Goliath, and the Assault is just around the corner. Monster being spotted here, domed as well. This is a very interesting and dangerous situation going on here. The Wraith manages to heal up just a little bit here, just a bit of armor, but it's in a very bad situation here. Managing to incapacitate the Trapper though, dropping that dome immediately, getting to feed even on a dead colonist there, and going for a sneaky hit on the corpse there, not managing to do so. That will mean Archetype is going to be rezzed with no strikes whatsoever. That's the difference between a Lazarus being on the team and not having one. So in the end, Riptide not being able to capitalize on anything here. Not being able to trade anything. Or catch somebody off guard in a meaningful way here. Still, nice plays all around, and the Wraith going for those abductions again and again, actually landing them. So one more time, as I'm just talking about this, Archetype going in here, being caught out and trapped in a supernova. You are not going to be escaping that one easily here. Actually getting down here, so Archetype, the Trapper, going down. Will he be rezzed though without a strike one more time? Indeed. The team has learned to not rush to that downed hunter. So Riptide losing half a health bar here, and not even getting to enjoy a moment of silence there. Instead going into the structure here to face off against Archetype. Not being able to hit meaningfully here though. Instead trying to mitigate as much as he can. But being a Wraith, you only can jump so far, you can only move so fast, and you will not be able to move quickly enough to get out of the way of rockets and shotgun blasts. And there we go. Even though that dome dropped, we can see the Wraith tanking there to the bottom. And this will be it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a blast. And we are just moving out here, so thank you very much one more time. We are going to keep you posted on the next matches to come. We will be looking at the Discord links as well to get feedback from you guys as well. So as you've heard in the beginning there, we've made some changes there, or rather the organizers, so Pinocchio basically himself made some changes there based on your feedback. So please keep that rolling. We will be seeing you in the Discord server. I will provide the link one more time there. And please feel free to join if you haven't already. And I'm just sharing this right now. I would assume everyone still hanging out here is already part of that. If you're not though, feel free to go ahead and join that Discord server. Join the fight, join a team, pick up your own team. Just look for a match there. I know that the pros are happy to help you as well. If you need experience. If you just want to go for a casual match as well, please go ahead. Otherwise, nice seeing you guys. I'll be seeing you next time. I appreciate you coming here, spending the time with us, keeping this great community alive. I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye.